So I have some time to be out of the house today, and I'm going to drive around this little area that Tim and I found back in June when we were here, just driving around exploring neighborhoods. And there is this area that has the widest variety of houses that we've ever seen. And right here is one that has all the, looks like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and Paddington and things like that in their front yard. And then the next house, excuse me, I'm sorry, you literally cannot even see the house, but look at the orange trees in it, in front of it, and there's the partial house. So I am driving super slow, and I'm going to just kind of keep the camera like this until I get to certain ones that I will stop. And I wouldn't be surprised. We had somebody who stopped, and they were kind of wondering what in the heck we were doing when we were out here the last time. But oh my God, what are all those trees in their yard? That is amazing. There is like an empty through lot there. But I believe it's this road right here that I need to get stuff the most on first. So there's a house with some amazing, I remember this one. Okay, I know what house this is, and I will be coming back in a few minutes. But I want to get to my starting point, and I will show you a couple of these. Again, I'm sure, you know, some of them kind of look, I don't know if you want to call it normal or whatever, but this house right here is the one that kind of started it all for us when we came in and we saw this. So anyway, as I was saying, this house was the first one that caught our eye. We literally had to do kind of a second take, and we're like, oh my God, are you kidding? But it is, and it's very visible from Google Maps if you look. And directly across the street is this fantastic mid-century, and look at that little circle under there, and then your basic kind of ranch style. I'm sorry guys, I am filming this from inside the car. It's kind of ridiculous. But and then there's like somebody's, I don't know if that's like a casita, or it looks like it's also attached to a trailer, like a camper of some sort. I'm not really sure, but this gets better, trust me. It is an intense, beautiful neighborhood. I'm not sure what's up with the lot, but this curve here also has some really cool houses around it as well. Now, the other weird thing was when we were here in June, there was like a lot of flooding in the area for some reason. We don't know why. I believe I read that there was like some irrigation leaking or something. Just, it's bad for the water loss, especially right now, considering the fact that there's like a drought going on out here. It's just they cannot get any rain. It seems like they're not catching a break at all. Even last night we thought we were going to get a storm, and it was just the sandstorm. No rain came in with it at all. And then there's that, look at that yard back there if you could see it. It's hard to see from the street, but right back there, they've got like, I swear it must be like an acre, but there is their house, and there is like this horse cut out. It's amazing. This one over here that I'm going to show you, we are confused by this. Somebody put a bay window over a garage. Not really sure why. And they have a saguaro in their front yard. And I'm going to wait for this person to turn. There's also one, I'll come back. There's like, it looks like it has like a little French garden or something. It was actually right behind me, but it might be grown over a little bit more since we were here in June. But, and then this one, I don't think you can see it from the other street, but it kind of looks like a hermit's place back there. Not sure what's going on with that. And again, just this big grass-filled yard. And this is kind of one reason why I would absolutely love this area, because I would love to talk to some of these people who have these yards and find out, like, if we could let Frida run in them, because that's the one thing she does miss right now totally, is grass. So we kind of take her across the street from where we're staying, and of course today we happened to see 3 bullet casings on the ground, which I have pictures of, but this one, again, does not look like an Arizona home. That to me looks like Glendale, Ohio, or a couple of little places back in Maryland where we're from. Originally I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, but not sure about this little shack, shed, whatever you want to call it. Little tiny home there, and then a couple gorgeous mid-century ones right here. Again, I don't ever want to call them basic, but in this neighborhood they're kind of like they stand out more because they're ordinary than because of anything else. I just wish I had a better quality or a better way to do this. This one here is amazing. I have to do this and then get past the mirror and do this, that you can see it's almost like this little Spanish estate, and not sure whether that is the front or the backyard, so I'm not sure. I think that must be the back. But I have looked in this area like on Realtor, and honestly nothing. Here we go. This is really good too. You can see in there. I've listened to all the birds. I'm going to stick to this side of the street for a moment, mostly because the homes across are the smaller ranch style. But like, look at that one, and look at the flowers. We love those flowers too. Okay, I am going to switch over real quick to show. Okay, so it is 2 houses that I'm looking at, but can't get the window to go all the way down for some reason. That one is fantastic. Certainly not a ranch, but just beautiful. It has this, I'm going to assume that is, looks like there's definitely a property dividing line. So there are those. There's somebody who has a golf cart. Again, right here, this one here that almost looks like a little vacation place. I don't know. I'm sure that, yes, I look like an absolute creeper driving through here, and I'm sure somebody somewhere is going to figure out that I'm taking the video, but I mean, I would love to live in this neighborhood so badly. You have no idea. Like, I would love this. That one had solar. I think I would have loved this more than Hamden in Baltimore, maybe. So, believe it or not, the street that I'm about to turn on is technically the same street that we are staying on, 2.5 miles away, but you can't get there straight away because they always look at this. These streets do not go straight or unbroken through. I don't know how else to say it, but these couple here, I'm absolutely floored. This is my view as I drive straight ahead at that mountain. And then you've got some of these little houses with these yards. It's just like, I don't understand what's going on with the yards. Like I said, when we were here in June, a lot of them were flooded by some sort of irrigation system, and I haven't seen any evidence of it right now. But cat sitting service, in-home cat sitting service. It was on there was a car at the last house. This one, back it up for a second, because I suspect this one is some sort of business, and they have orange tree that oranges are ripe, but look at all that. And there's the house, and then there's some sort of business back there, so I'm gonna have to figure out what that is. But I am going to be researching the heck out of this area because, like I said, I would give anything to live here. Pines, and I don't know if you can see like that house there, and then more of these mid-century. And I'm going to pull over for a second because there is a car behind me, and I want to let them pass. Yeah, a lot of the stucco. There's a bright yellow one over here I'm going to look at in just a second. And I just thought I wasn't taping, sorry, but look at that. You're like driving straight towards one of the mountains, and for the life of me, right now I can't think of what one it is, but I have to look on the map. And I've got this to one side. It's actually gorgeous. It sits like at an angle on its plot. This one's beautiful too. Very bright yellow. I do see a lot of like landscape workers out, and like I said, I passed that one that had a van in the front yard and said there was in-home cat sitting services. These people also have solar, which is fantastic, which would be nuts not to have out here. And then there's that, which is gorgeous. There's this little tiny yellow with all those happy flowers. We saw these all much smaller, but we saw tons of them on our drive here. It's just this crazy neighborhood that's just, I can't understand the diversity of the types of houses, first of all. The lots and stuff, the amount. I need to back up because, again, for some reason, my phone quit taping. But I've got one here that is fantastic, but I will have to. And there's this one right across from a completely empty lot as well. I'm gonna pull in. Oh my goodness. Obviously, there is absolutely no way on earth I will ever be able to own that, but I am going to look it up. A lot more traffic on this street as well. back there is like more newer houses that I'm not really all that interested in, but what I am interested in is this one right here, which is fantastic. Smaller, not too exciting, but I would be interested in, you know, knowing what it was like. Again, certainly, even if it was for sale, not one that I'd ever be able to afford, I'm sure, but it's just amazing. That one's really cool because it kind of reminds me of almost like a little German place or something that we would have seen in Vail at the skiing village. That looks like 29th is into a normal, boring kind of place. I'm not really sure what the spiral staircase there is for, but there is a home in there that's pretty darn amazing looking as well. A lot of Spanish ones over here. I'm not sure as much. That one looks like it had been boarded up and they were working on it. There's 13. Love. I'm gonna do a little bit more because I think I missed the one house that I almost started with, but like this one here, again, like I said, is really cool because I think that's the one that looks like it's attached to a camper of some sort. But then I noticed from this direction something very cool about the house with the horse. As you can see, that one is right there. But then it's got this smaller house next to it as well. And then back there is, I guess it's a barn, and I see a classic car in it as well. But then I'm gonna move back up this way and go, I can see the house with the old cars. And again, this whole neighborhood, pretty sure it's called Northview. The mountain that I can see before is North Mountain. And this gentleman, I believe, at this corner house does a lot of restoring old houses, or I'm sorry, old cars. And he was the gentleman that was a little curious about us and what we were doing and why we were looking at everything. But I know that I didn't come down this way. Again, I would love to know more about some of this stuff. He has some really cool vintage things there. Soda machines, payphone, what have you. So yeah, I have actually also found quite a few homes in the area for sale, but not specifically in this little quadrant that I believe is called Northview, at least on the maps. So I'm going to be doing some more research on it. It just strikes me as very strange as an Arizona neighborhood that is not brand new, obviously, but every yard is grass. That's one of the things I think that strikes me as so interesting about it, is all the grass and how huge some of these yards are. So I think I'm going to head back to the rental at this point. I think for horses. Horse farm is what it looks like. There's another little place that we saw too, and then this is what I was talking about. That is not a pond. That is literally somebody's yard. I don't understand what the deal is. It says Lazy K Ranch, and there are horses back there, but I don't get it with all this water. What the hell is going on? So, have to figure it out. And then it looks like over here are some rental properties, definitely like duplexes and stuff. I can easily understand why they have no vacancy in these apartments. But honestly, I question whether or not all of the homes are lived in. There were a couple that I could see that were very obviously not lived in. And I'm going to be looking them up to research them and find out who owns them and how to get in contact with people, because this stuff is just way too good to let go to waste, I'm telling you. Alright guys, have a good day. Bye.